Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to your February 2022 reading with me, Intuitive Rene. I hope 2022 is treating you well so far. I sort of skipped the January readings because life, but I'm hoping that I'm back on track and we will have the videos coming up for you on a regular basis. So these month ahead readings are released, or should be released, the Friday before the end of the month, or should we say Friday before the new month. So that's why these videos are now being released in time for the 1st of February, so that you have a little bit of time to watch the video, to watch the reading, to absorb the information, and be prepared for what the month ahead has in store for you. So there are individual readings for each sign of the zodiac. The process of the reading is done exactly the same for all 12, but obviously the context and the information that comes through will be different for each of the 12 readings. You can watch, the main one that you need to watch is for your sun sign, which is the zodiac that you all know. When people say, oh, what star sign are you? Whatever your answer is to that based on your date of birth, it's where it's where the sun was at the time of your birth, and that is your sun sign. And the zodiacs, these readings that I'm doing, are really based on your sun sign. If you know your moon sign, if you know your rising sign, you are more than welcome to watch those videos as well, to understand yourself a bit better as far as your personality and your emotions and all of those other things. I don't want to go into a whole astrology lesson for you now, but you absolutely can watch those videos to get a little bit more insight into you. I have changed the format of these month ahead readings. So I'm using quite a few cards, and I'm hoping that it's going to give you detailed information to guide you through the month. I would also advise, obviously, watch it now before the month starts, and then do come back and watch it during the month. Maybe set a reminder on your phone to come back sort of halfway through the month, or 10 days in and then 20 days in, and so on. If or any time that you are experiencing a challenge or a problem, or you're not sure which way to go or what's going on. So the video is available to you all the time. You could also even come back to it in March and look at it again and do a bit of an analysis of what was said was going to take place and what actually did. So it could be quite interesting to look at it retrospectively as well. So as I said, there is a video for each sign of the zodiac. Everybody's getting this intro message. It just saves me repeating myself 12 times and that type of thing. So we're now going to go straight into your particular reading, and I do hope you enjoy. At this point, I do want to ask, if you haven't already done, please do consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a like and a comment. Just lets YouTube know that you've enjoyed it, and it'll help my channel grow and reach more people. So the more people engage and interact with my videos, the more YouTube goes, okay, let's show this to more people, and then that way we actually spread the word a little bit. So as a way of showing appreciation and gratitude for what I do for you as a free service, please do consider a thumbs up, a comment, and if you haven't already done so, please do hit the subscribe. And yeah, let's get into your particular reading. Right, so Sagittarius, let's get into your reading and let's have a look and see what February has in store for you. I've got two decks on the table here that I'm working with today. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle, which is going to give us our theme for the month ahead, and the tarot that I'm working with is the Dark Mansion Tarot, because it's beautiful. Just because it's beautiful. Right, let's shuffle, and we're looking for your theme for the month ahead. Theme for February 2022 for all Sagittarius energy out there. Right, cards are shuffled, and I am going to go for that one. Let's have a look and see, Sag, what is the theme for the month ahead? Oh, my favorite animal, the giraffe. And you got thriving. I love that. I am such a giraffe fan. I love them. My favorite animal in the whole world. And look at them. I mean, aren't they just thriving? The trees are thriving. The grass is thriving. The sky is thriving. And you are thriving. And I think, confirmation of that and validation of that for the month of February is just amazing. I happen to notice, of course, all the pink that's there as well. And February is the month of pink. It's the month of love. It's the month of Valentine's Day and all of those kind of things. And Sagittarius, it looks like it's the month that you thrive and succeed and achieve everything that your heart is set on, everything that you want and need for yourself. So let's give the tarot a little shuffle, and I'm going to lay out the cards. I'm going to apparently shuffle really badly first. Forgive me. You know what I'm like. These particular cards, while I'm shuffling, just to explain to you, they've got what's called rose petal finish. So they feel luxurious to touch, but it means that they're almost like rubber when it comes to shuffling and spreading out and laying out, because they tend to create a bit of frictional resistance with each other, but they do to stroke them like that feels amazing, but shuffling them is not always easy. Let's just do one quick riffle, and then we're going to lay out your cards and see what the month of February has in store for you. Okay, cutting the deck over there. So Sagittarius, I'm going to lay all the cards out first, and then we will discuss what they mean and what Spirit wants you to know or need you to know for the month of February. I'm trying to make sure that they all fit, and I think I'm putting a bit big gaps in between. That looks like we're going to be okay. And then these ones are going to come down the bottom here. Oh, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. There we go. You can see how beautiful these cards are. The artwork is just absolutely stunning. So Sagittarius, we have got our theme over here, which is about thriving. When I look at the top row, the bottom row are slightly different meanings or whatever for the top row. But when I look at the top row, it certainly looks like thriving fits, okay? Just my initial observation and my initial look on it. If I look at all the cards, it certainly seems like there's busy, okay? It certainly looks like there's a lot of stuff taking place. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of action. I'm seeing action over there. I'm seeing it's inactive action over there. There's action there. There's creation there. There's craziness, but creation, action happening here. And we've got lots of action taking place. So it certainly looks like February is going to be a busy, busy month for you. And it's probably why you need this particular reading. So Sagittarius, let's look at how the month starts off, how you come into this month. And it looks like you're carrying a big chunk of wood on your back, okay? It looks like you're carrying some burdens. It looks like things have been difficult. You're walking the yellow brick road, and it's been a long, slow slog. You can see by the sky that, nighttime is coming through, which means that you've been at it for a long time. So this is Spirit acknowledging the stress, the burden, the worry, the anxiety, how complicated and how difficult and how stressful life has been. And even if you don't really have too many challenges, the challenges that you do have are clearly taking a toll on you, okay? So this is really just Spirit acknowledging the toll. But remember, our theme is thriving, which means this is temporary. And this is also just as the month starts. So this is how you're feeling coming into February, all right? We're going to understand how we exit just now, but we're coming into February carrying a little bit of weight, carrying a little bit of burden, carrying a little bit of stress, and feeling a little bit overburdened. And it may be to do with a relationship. And now when I say relationship, Sagittarius, I don't only mean romantic relationships. And I know February is the month of love. I know it's Valentine's and all of those kind of things. But this burden that you're carrying, this kind of stress, and when I say weight, I don't mean body weight. I just mean emotional weight, okay? This emotional weight that you're carrying here, it seems to have to do with a connection between you and another person. It seems to have, so you may have a bit of a trouble with a loved one, with a friend, with a colleague, with somebody in your life, that there may be a disagreement, or maybe there was a comment. There might have been, it's something as simple as a little comment that was made that's sitting with you, but it's definitely got to do between you and another person. I don't think they're affected. I don't think they're stressed. I don't think they've even noticed, but you certainly have. And you've been carrying it alone for the longest time. You've been carrying this burden and carrying this stress and carrying this anxiety for a while around this particular situation. Now, I do want to say to you through this situation as well, remember the key word or your theme for the month is for you to thrive. You need to be like that giraffe, and you need to hold your head up high, and you need to reach for, the sweet leaves at the top of the tree, and not settle for what has fallen on the ground. You need to reach higher. You need to reach taller. You need to stand taller. And you need to recognize that you're the only one that's carrying this burden. Nobody else is. And that doesn't mean that it's not important. That doesn't mean that it's insignificant. But it does say to you that you've got to change your perspective. Instead of thinking that you deserve to be where you are, it's about reaching taller. It's about recognizing the thriving and gaining more for yourself. And what's very interesting here with the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, he has connected. I mean, he's got his foot hooked at the top there. He's done this to himself on purpose, okay? He's trying to be bat-like, all right? And if you look at his teeth, he even has a little bit of vampire kind of teeth happening there. So he's hanging upside down, not for any other reason except that it gives him a different vantage point. You know, if he stood on the ground and he looked straight, you know, he sees what he sees. But when he hangs from a tree upside down, suddenly he sees everything differently. And this is exactly what Spirit is saying to you, Sagittarius. It's time for you, in order for you to thrive and succeed and to have the things that you want, you have to start looking at yourself and your circumstances in a slightly different way. Whatever this particular situation is that you're coming into the month with, this kind of burden, hardship that you're experiencing, it's time that we look at it differently. It's time that we see it differently. And it's also saying to you, just wait, just wait. Don't be too quick to jump into action. Even though I said it looks like it's a crazy busy month around this situation, this is Spirit saying, don't be so quick to jump into action. Hold back a little bit. Be a little bit mindful, be a little bit cautious, hold back a little bit, make sure that you're seeing things from a different vantage point, and you will know when is the right time to move forward. But honestly, I do believe, Sagittarius, that this particular situation that we're talking about here is not going to last the whole month. But I do think it's about just acknowledging, it's about recognizing it, and it's about seeing it differently. And if you can do those three things, you're going to overcome and work through that really, really quickly. Now, the thing that really stands out to me here is this one, the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is about thoughts and ideas and inspirations and motivations and the kind of things that happen in your mind. So it's like Spirit saying to you, Sagittarius, be aware, be mindful, okay? Be mindful of the new ideas. Be mindful of the kind of thoughts you have in your head where it's like, oh, maybe I should try that, or maybe I should do that, or what if I did that? What if I did that? You need to really, really, really pay attention to those thoughts, because those thoughts are what going to help you to thrive. It's those thoughts that are going to change and kickstart the rest of the year. You know, it's interesting. We're in the second month. We're moving into February, moving into the second month of the year. And Spirit is saying that your year hasn't started yet. Okay. When I look at what we have and then having this card for February, thriving is important. Thriving is going to happen. Okay. But it's like you need to acknowledge the thoughts, you need to acknowledge the ideas, and you need to start running with them. You need to start stepping forward with confidence and not feeling like, oh, but maybe I won't succeed, or what if this, or what if that, or it's like you need to look at things differently. You need to go, not what if I fail, but what if I succeed? What if I achieve the dreams? What if I experience the happiness I'm looking for? Not what if I fail, or what if it doesn't work, or what if this. It's time for you to thrive. It's time for you to step into your power. But you have to acknowledge those ideas. You have to acknowledge those thoughts, and you have to work with them. Then we have this gorgeous, gorgeous Knight of Cups. Now, he is very romantic. He does huge, big gestures. The Knight of Cups is about, showing off a little bit, all right, when it comes to emotions. Now, you can see that he's stepping on unfamiliar territory. He's stepping off terra firma, and he's stepping into the waters. He's stepping into an emotion. He's stepping into his feelings, but he's doing it with such confidence. He's doing it feeling like he's on top of the world, and that like nothing is going to stop him. You know, even the horse, there is focused determination. I love that, okay? Focused determination. And Sagittarius, this is Spirit saying to you, that's how you thrive. If you truly want to succeed, if you truly want to change your circumstances, if you truly want to live a better life than what you're living at the moment, if you truly want to thrive and succeed, it's time for big, bold moves. Big, bold shows of affection, shows of love to yourself and to obviously those people around you, and not holding on to disappointment or any kind of burdens that may have already transpired. It's definitely time that we shift our energy. It's definitely time that we shift our focus and focus on the things that bring us happiness and joy. Because, and that's this one, and I mean, to me, this is just so beautiful. We've got the Empress card for you here, Sagittarius. And the Empress card, she is the card of nurture. She is the card of life. She gives life to situations and circumstances, to people, to animals, to our planet, to everything. This is Mother Gaia, okay? This is the mother of all. I feel like I'm saying Game of Thrones, like the mother of dragons, you know. That's who she is. She has that kind of power. She has that kind of control, but she also has that much empathy and compassion for everything and everyone. She is you. You are her. And Sagittarius, what she's saying to you is that this is the time for you to put your ideas into motion, to take those steps that you need to take so that you can thrive in the ways that you need to. It's almost like, you know, you've heard people talk about window of opportunity. This is your window of opportunity, okay? And you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this opportunity. If you're focusing on the things that have happened previously that have caused you pain and disappointment, if that's where your focus has been, you're missing the point. You're missing the objective, and you're going to miss the success and the happiness that is available to you. So this is Spirit saying to you, you are the master of your own destiny. You are the one who can create happiness or success in your life. This is your chance to shine. This is your chance to thrive and to experience success, happiness, and joy that you want. If you're not active in this process, it's never going to happen for you. Okay? It's never going to happen for you. You need to be active. You need to be initiating. You need to be creating. And you need to be creating with confidence. And if you can do that, Sagittarius, you will only thrive and you will only experience happiness and joy. So we start February off feeling a little bit burdened, overwhelmed, disappointed, etc. But we come out of it feeling super confident, feeling like actually we can do this. Not only we can, but we will, we must, and we will, you know, and we will. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. The four cards across the bottom here say just, I'm going to call it supporting information around this particular situation. This is how people see you, okay? So as you go through the month of February, people are going to see you as being carefree. People are going to see you as not taking anything too seriously. People are going to see you as being a little bit reckless. But you know what? That's okay, because actually that's what you need to do. This energy that's coming through, I'm actually blocking. I want to block like those three over there on purpose, okay? So let's do it that way. If I put the card like that, I'm sort of blocking them out. So this is where our energy is, and this is where our focus needs to be on taking those ideas, putting them into place, and recognizing that they can and should happen and exist. And in order for us to do that, sometimes we have to be a little bit reckless, a little bit carefree, a little bit outside of the usual, okay? So don't be afraid if people say, gosh, you're different, you're not the same anymore, you know, you're not behaving in the way that I expect you to, that's confirmation that actually you're doing things right. So when people see you, when people perceive you during the month of Feb, this is how they're going to see you. But how are you actually feeling internally? Like really committed, really focused, and really eager to get a move on. So I love this Knight of Wands. He is so brave and he is so courageous and he is so determined to succeed and to achieve greatness. Nothing and nobody is going to stop him. You can see that they are galloping, okay? There is momentum building with this one, and that is exactly the right way for you to be feeling at the moment. So people are thinking you're reckless, people are thinking you're a little bit crazy, a little bit cuckoo, but the truth of the matter is you are focused on getting your ideas into action so that you can thrive in the way that you need to. And this is another confirmation card for you, because what we've got over here, Sagittarius, is the Eight of Wands, which is the card of movement. So I love her. She's like a little post lady. I love that she's got her little black cat with her. She's quite comfortable. She's sitting quite relaxed. She's holding on, but she doesn't really need to be. And they are flying through the air. So it's almost like this is Spirit saying to you, everything's in motion. Once everything is motion, you've got nothing to worry about, but it's getting it in motion. Okay? That is the the true thing here is just getting everything started. And if you can get your ideas into motion during the month of February, you're going to thrive, because then once it's in the air, once it's moving, nothing can stop it. We do have, I'm going to call it a warning, okay? I'm using air quotes. We do have a little warning here. And this is just, I mean, I was trying to ignore this situation here, but this is Spirit saying you can't. You can't ignore it, okay? Because Spirit is saying life is full of disappointments. That's what this card is. This is the card of disappointment. And Spirit is saying to you, Sagittarius, that life is full of disappointments. We have to see it. We have to recognize it. We have to acknowledge it. We cannot go through life with blinkers on and pretending that bad things don't happen to good people. Bad things do happen all the time. But it's about choosing where your focus is. It's about choosing, am I focusing on the bad things that happen to good people, or am I focusing on right now I'm okay and I'm moving forward and it's okay and there's no problems and there's no challenges. So it's about choosing where to focus your attention. And that's this final reminder card for you. Spirit's saying to you, you know, we're not pretending. We're not being an ostrich and sticking our head in the ground and pretending that, you know, life isn't hard and life isn't difficult, because we know it is. We know it is. But that doesn't mean that because there's a chance that things could go wrong, that we don't take that chance. This is Spirit saying to you, you've got to, even if the odds are against, even if it seems like an impossibility, even if it seems like everything that you're doing in the month is never going to work, and you're wasting your time and wasting your energy, even if that's the way that it looks, please do still take that chance, okay? Because through the disappointments, through the unhappiness, through the difficult times, there is still learning, there is still understanding, there is still growth that happens. And Spirit is saying that you are in a period of thrive at the moment. You are thriving, you are doing so well. So you might as well take advantage of these good opportunities and use them to your advantage, instead of packing them away and saving them for a rainy day. This is your rainy day. Okay, it's time for you to get moving. Don't focus on what could go wrong or what has gone wrong. Don't let that be the anchor that prevents you from moving forward. Okay, so Sagittarius, it's a very interesting month for you. I do hope that this reading is going to help you. I do hope that it's going to give you the inspiration that you need for the month ahead. Wishing you so much happiness and success, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, do take care.